According to the Uganda Human Rights Commission, torture and over-detention of suspects or inmates in the custody of police and Uganda prisons respectively are human rights violations. Article 24, Clause 1 of the 1995 Constitution of Uganda prohibits torture and inhuman treatment of a person in the country. Additionally, Article 221 stipulates that all the security forces of the country are obliged to observe and respect human rights and freedoms in performance of their respective functions. Bionabie Kamadi, Director Research, Education and Documentation at Uganda Human Rights Commission, said any officer found abusing human rights will be held accountable as an individual.
The coming into force of the Human Rights Enforcement Act 2019, and in particular Section 10, it brought about individual liability, personal liability. So when you violate human rights under the current human rights legal framework, you will be personally held liable. So we don't want you to fall victim because you are not aware. You have the Prisons Act 2006 read together, which are supposed to ensure that the rights of inmates are respected.
Forceful arrests by police officers without letting the suspect understand the reasons for their arrest is another form of human rights abuse.
And you read all our rules within the Constitution, whether in the Police Act, it's all about protection of human rights. When we talk about proactive policing, it means being very, very observant with human rights, being professional, avoiding, excessive use of force, firearms, unnecessary arrests and detentions. Actually, these days we are talking about investigations before arresting, unless really it is necessary. Investigate before you arrest. This will help you to avoid unnecessary congestions in the cells.
Police and prisons officers acknowledged that such a refresher training has been important to them.
The officers are taught right from the training school on what to do, but sometimes we see mistakes happening in the field. Let's not attribute this to the general institution. Sometimes these are individual mistakes. The institution has mechanisms within itself to check. So this continuous training helps us to, as a reminder that, look, there is this mandate and we need to be adhering to this.
Is that violating human rights of a vulnerable person in prison, you will end up standing for yourself. The department will not even give you a lawyer to defend you.
Joseph Fodama, UBC News.